Welcome to episode 172 of the Hurricane Mike Show, where we will be recapping, or no, not recapping, we'll be predicting week 15. And Dad, Atlanta just won a game for no reason, and guess what? Raheem Morris is gonna remain the head coach because they just won that game. Because why, Dad?
That's good news for us, by the way, because the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, believe it or not, I actually picked Atlanta to win last night. Because look, Tampa Bay lost to us, so I was like, Atlanta, they were about to win another game sooner or later. Who did you pick? Because I forgot to ask you.
Atlanta.
You picked Atlanta too?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, let's get to the Sunday slate. There are no teams on bye, so that's something. Well, last week, Dad, you finished with a record of 6-8, bringing your total to 121, 85, and 1. And my record last week was 8-6, which brings my total to 113, 94, and 1. So, yeah, that's a thing. So, for the Sunday slate at 12 o'clock, we got the Cleveland Browns at the Chicago Bears. Last week, the Browns had a hard-fought game with the Titans that they ended up losing. But good news for them, Shedeur Sanders looked great, and their defense exists. It was about how does the defense end up being the reason that you lose to the Titans? That makes no sense. Like the Browns defense, was one of the best ones in the league, and yet that's the reason that they lost to the Titans, which makes no sense to me, but it is what it is. And you got the Chicago Bears, who coming off of that bad loss to the Green Bay Packers. So, who do you think is going to win this one?
I'm going to go with the hometown team Bears. It might be some cold weather out there. It might be a little windy. I think the Bears will get it done. I think this might be the last game the Bears win this season because, I think they're kind of falling apart, but I do think they'll have enough to win against Cleveland.
All right, what's the score?
Score will be the hometown Bears 30. The visiting Cleveland Browns 20.
30-20. Okay, I got the Bears winning as well. I think it's going to be a closer game than a lot of people expect. But I got the Bears winning this one 22-16. I got the Bears getting some home cooking. I think the Bears at this point, Browns, they have nothing to play for. The Bears, though, they have everything to play for. As they not only are the Bears trying to win their division, but they're also trying to make the playoffs right now. So I think the Bears can be extra motivated, and I think they're going to make the Browns an early victim. All right, next, we got the Baltimore Ravens at the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, the Ravens last week lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers in a game where they basically should have won. The Bengals, on the other hand, also played a game that they should have won against the Bills, but they lost it. And now, what's up, Connor? A loss against the Ravens would officially eliminate the Cincinnati Bengals from any playoff contention. So, do you think after this week the Bengals will have no shot at making the playoffs, or do you think that that their season will be on life support for at least another week?
Bad news for Joe Burrow and Kyle Phelps. I think that the Bengals are going to lose at home this weekend. I think that their defense is just too bad. They gotta start rebuilding right now. They gotta blow it up. So I think the Ravens, they're still fighting for a playoff spot. I think they win this game and bring their record back up to 7-7, back to 500, and still competing for those wild card spots. I don't think they'll win the division, but they're still competing for wild card. So give me the Ravens 28-22.
28-22 for the Ravens. Okay, I'm actually going Bengals for this one. I'm going Bengals, and I don't even think it's going to be close for you. I mean, these two teams played 2 weeks ago on Thanksgiving, and the Bengals blew the doors off them. I think it's going to be the same thing. I don't think the Ravens are a good team. Now, the Bengals, their record might not be a good team, but, I mean, I think they're a better team than what the record says that they are. Give me the Bengals to win this one, 33-16. Like, the Ravens have just not been good. Even when they won, I think 5 games in a row, they still didn't look good. So, they were just playing a lot of bad teams. So give me the Bengals to get this one. Next up, we got the Los Angeles Chargers at the Kansas City Chiefs. Whew. So what do you think is going to happen? Hold on. Jerry says, what's good? What's good, Jerry? I mean, hold on. So the Chargers last week, they nitty-gritty win against the Eagles where they needed all 5 of those turnovers to win. However, the Chiefs, man, for the first time since 2015, have already been eliminated from division contention. And the Chargers are trying to make that playoff contention. The Chiefs cannot just get eliminated from the playoffs with a loss. In fact, I am looking at the NFL's page. There are 42. Okay, well now I guess it decreased somehow. But there are 37 different ways the Chiefs could get eliminated this week. That is crazy. There is literally 37 different scenarios where the Chiefs could get eliminated. But good news for the Chiefs, most of them have to do with ties. And ties are very rare. But we'll see. Jerry says, I got my broom ready for Sunday. I like your optimism. I know we'll get to the Saints game later, but this might be a spoiler. I'm not liking our chances, to be honest, because the Panthers, seeing Tampa Bay lose to Atlanta. Well, thanks, Jerry, but I'm not gonna lie. The Panthers, we did beat them already. We'll just have to see. Anyways, Chargers Chiefs, Dad, what do you have for this one?
I find it really difficult to believe that the Chiefs will lose this game. I mean, it's at home. They're still fighting for a wild card spot. And the Chiefs, Herbert is still dealing with, some injuries. So he may not be his 100% healthy self. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs here. I'm going a really close game, may even be an overtime game. But I'm going to go Chiefs 27, Chargers 24.
27-24. Jerry says the video you did the other night, I love it. Yeah, man, look. I adopted a new nickname. I am now the Evil Empire of the NFC South. I don't know if you saw that video, but I actually got the idea for my phone call I made on the John and Barnes show. Yeah, I think I may have did it the same night, where it's because on the John and Barnes show, I decided to basically be like, I've been here I am, stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to adopt a new identity. I'm still going to be called Hurricane Mike, but now, whenever the Saints play an NFC South game, you might see the Evil Empire of the NFC South. I am the NFC South Overlord, making sure everybody knows who top dog is. Anyways, Jerry says I did a short video Thursday night after the game, sending Panthers fans a message. Yeah, I hope we win. Connor says Todd Bowles should be fired. The fact that Todd Bowles has won this division for 3 years in a row should show you how bad this division has been. Todd Bowles, bro. I don't know.
I like Todd Bowles. He's all right. I think he's a good coach.
I don't. He does a lot of goofy stuff. I don't know. But yeah, Chiefs Chargers. I actually got the Chargers winning this one 33-23. I don't look, the Chiefs, all of this, well, they're the Chiefs. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Boy, they have been disappearing for weeks. Weeks. We are in week 15, and they have more losses than wins. The Chiefs are literally 6-7 right now. It makes no sense how I can give them the benefit of the doubt at this point. Connor says he disagrees with Dad because he's a bad coach, which, I think he kind of is too. But yeah, and I think the Chargers, they're a good team, and the Chiefs, I don't know. I don't know what to think about them at this point. Give me the Chargers to win 33-23. Next one, we got probably game of the week, as we got Buffalo Bills at the New England Patriots. These two times played earlier in the season where the Patriots got a game-winning field goal to beat the Bills. Last week, the Patriots are coming off fresh off of that couch. Or the Bills, they got a statement win over the Bengals. So, Dad, who do you think is going to win between the Bills and the Patriots? Because I'm pretty sure, hold on, let me see if this eliminates Buffalo from the division. Yeah, so if the Bills lose, the Patriots clinch the AFC East. So this is basically the battle for the division. Now, even if the Bills win this game, it's going to be a little bit tough for them to win this division. But if the Bills lose today, or not today, but if they lose this week, they're done from the division. Like, they can still get in as a wild card spot. They just won't be able to host a wild card game. So, what is your prediction for Bills Patriots?
I think the Bills are coming to play this weekend, and I know the Patriots and the Patriots fans, they got their brums out. Not so fast. I think everything you just said is going to be motivation for Josh Allen to do Josh Allen things. He's pretty good at football, by the way. So, I think the Bills are going to win this football game and keep their season alive to win this division. And I think the score is going to be 31-21.
31-21? All right. I'm rolling with the Bills, too. I think it's going to be a little lower scoring than that, but I got them winning 21-19. The Patriots, if they win this game, though, then they clinch not only the division, but obviously they'll clinch a playoff berth as well. So, the Patriots, everything's on the line. Well, honestly, no. The Bills, I think, need this win more than the Patriots do. Because if the Patriots lose this game, they'll still be ahead of Buffalo in the division. But if the Bills lose this game, they can't win the division. So even if the Patriots lose this game, it's going to suck in a moment, but they're going to be like, well, the Patriots still control their own destiny. Win or lose. They still control their own destiny. So we'll just have to see. But yeah, Patriots win would clinch the AFC East and a playoff berth. So we'll see what happens with that. So we're both going Bills. Next, we got the Washington Commanders at the New York Giants. The Tank Bowl rides again. Watch it be like game of the week for whatever reason. Watch both teams have like 30 points. But yeah, Commanders last week. They got shut out by a J.J. McCarthy-led Vikings team as they lost 31-0. The Giants, though, they're coming off of a bye week, so they weren't able to watch their team in pain. What do you think is going to happen?
I think the Washington Commanders is going to keep it going, boy. They're going to keep it going.
Keep what going?
Keep that losing streak going. They were shut out last week. I don't think they'll be shut out this week, but I think they pretty much checked out for the season. I think they're going to lose. They're going to lose bad to the 2-win Giants. And, so after this game, they're both going to be 3-11. Battling for that first pick, boy. So anyway, give me the Giants to win this game 19-13 in a very bad game, a snooze fest. I mean, you're going to see, turnovers. You're going to see people going 3 for 11 on third down. I mean, it's going to be bad. But give me the Giants.
Look, there's at least three. There's probably more, but there's at least 3 things that you can only do like once or twice a year. say, hey, it's my birthday, or say, Merry Christmas, or say, I think the Giants are about to win a football game. Because you don't see that too often. But I think the Giants are about to win a football game. Ooh, it don't even feel right saying that. But I think they're going to win. Give me the Giants to get this one 21-15. I think, bro, the Commanders just lost 31-0 to a J.J. McCarthy-led Vikings team. Like, the Commanders, like, probably, I think the Giants should probably be favored to win the game, and the Commanders have a better record. That's how bad Washington's been. I don't know. I don't think James Daniels is playing, so especially if it's Marcus Mariota. Woo! If anybody is voluntarily going to this game, I want to ask you, do you hate your life? Because it sure seems like it. But yeah, we're both going Giants. Next, we got the team that's probably more in pain than the Giants fans and the Commanders fans. We got the Las Vegas Raiders at the Philadelphia Eagles. Last week, the Raiders played a close game against the Denver Broncos, but they couldn't win it. And the Eagles, they turned the ball over 5 times. They had more turnovers than a freaking bake sale. What is your prediction for Raiders-Eagles?
This is going to be another bad game, but I feel the Eagles are going to win, get back on the winning track. Just for the week, they righted the ship just for 1 week because they're playing against the Las Vegas Raiders with their 2-11 self. Yeah, they're tanking. The Eagles are not tanking. They're just, not that good. But the Eagles are going to win this low-scoring affair, 17-10.
17-10. The Eagles have now lost 3 games in a row. But in their defense, it's been the 3 teams that are capable of getting changed in the morning. The Raiders, I can't say that. I don't think they know how to do that. Their 3 losses have been to the Cowboys, a game that they had won. They were up 21-0 in the first half, but then they gave up 24 straight points to lose. They lost to the Bears, where they ran the Bears ran all over the Eagles, and then they lost to the Chargers, where they turned the ball over 5 times. And you're not going to win too many games turning the ball over 5 times. However, the Raiders are the Raiders. And if you can't beat the Raiders, then you got to check yourself because you need all the reality. Like, bro, if the Eagles lose to the Raiders, someone's getting fired. Okay? I understand they're 8-6. I get it. Someone's getting fired if the Eagles end up losing to the Raiders. Like, you cannot lose to the Raiders and call yourself a serious organization. Like, how do the Raiders even have 2 wins this year? That confuses me. But anyways, I'm going to Eagles to win. It's going to be close because the Eagles are just not that good, like you said. But I got Eagles winning 25-23 in an unnecessarily close game. Next, we got the New York Jets at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, last week, the Jets. The Jets. It's been the same thing with the Jets for like 10 straight years, maybe more. As they gave up 21 points in the first half to a Tua-led Dolphins team and a 34-10 beatdown. And their opponent, the Jaguars, they're a good team. They just blew out the Colts. Granted, they just blew out a team that is so desperate that they're calling up Phillip Rivers. But, a blowout win's a blowout win. So, what is your prediction for Jets-Jaguars?
My prediction is both of these teams are going to keep it going. They're both going to keep it going, baby. The Jets going to keep losing to everybody. And I think the Jaguars are going to keep, definitely for this week, they're going to win a football game. So, the Jaguars, 9-4. They're going to be 10-4. Good job. I think they're going to win the game. They're at home. So, they're going to win the game pretty easily. I'm going to go 37-20. Blowout.
All right. Yeah, I got Jaguars winning this one too. I don't think it's really gonna be close. Like, it's not. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout, but I don't think it's gonna be close. Give me Jaguars to win this one 26-16. Like, what do I need to say? Have you seen the Jets play football? I'm not even going to explain to you why I think Jaguars are going to win. My only explanation to you, go watch a Jets game, and then that'll explain all you need to know. Connor says, give me Jets 32, Jaguars 46. I want to know, how are the Jets scoring 32 points? What, are they just going to score every punt return touchdown that they can?
The Jets are so bad, bro, that you need to go change that shirt right now because you're wearing green.
Yeah, I guess. But, yeah, I mean, like, the only way, like, I will give the Jets credit. They have a great special teams unit. But when that's your best thing, you're not winning too many football games. But yeah, I think Jaguars, they should win. If the Jaguars lose this game, someone might be game 5 from there too. Like, that's how bad the Jets are. Like, honestly, I won't even be shocked if Jacksonville loses to the Jets, to be honest with you, because Jaguars do this all the time. But I'm picking Jaguars to win. Next one, we got the Arizona Cardinals at the Houston Texans. The Cardinals are in their tanking season. I forgot who they played last week. But, they played the Rams, and they got killed. So, that should tell you everything you need to know. And last week, the Texans, pretty good win against the Chiefs on Sunday night. So, what is your prediction for Cardinals-Texans?
I predict this weekend we have a lot of one-sided games. I mean, this is either going to be like the most boringest football weekend we've ever seen, or we're going to have a lot of upsets. We'll see how it goes. But having said that, the Texans are going to dominate this football game. The Texans defense is for real. In case y'all didn't know, look it up. I mean, their defense is so good. I don't know how they have 5 losses. I mean, I guess the offense has not been, in a few games. I mean, I know they lost their quarterback for a few weeks. But
well, they won all the games Davis Mills played.
Do what?
They won every single game that Davis Mills played.
Yeah, I mean, the defense was so good. The backup quarterback was winning games. I mean, I know Davis Mills got some experience, but anyway, I'm gonna go Texans and Texans and a landslide victory here as well. I'm gonna give them 29-16.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close win because I think Arizona's defense can keep up with Houston, but I don't see how Arizona's going to be able to score points against the Texans. Connor says, give me Cardinals 13, Texans 33. I can maybe see that. I think the Cardinals defense is a little bit better than, not better than the Texans defense, but I think the Cardinals defense, is underrated. However, even though they did give up 45 points to the Rams, but it's the Rams, bro. I mean, that's going to happen to any defense if your offense can't score. I'm going Texans to win this one 18-15. I think a game-winning field goal for the Texans is going to give them this win. Now let's get to the 325 games. We got that's next. We got the Green Bay Packers at the Denver Broncos. Potential Super Bowl preview. Now we're getting into some good matchups. And when I say good matchups, I mean like 2 or 3 of them. So, yeah. Last week, man, the Packers took that division back as they beat the Bears. Well, the Broncos, they got the 1 seed after barely beating the Raiders. So what is your prediction for Packers-Broncos?
Oh, I like the Broncos. I think they have an opportunity to go all the way to the Super Bowl. But I do think they stubbed their toe here. They've been winning a lot of close games lately. I think it finally catches up with them this weekend. So, yeah, I'm going to have the Packers on the road to Denver, Colorado to win this football game. And the score is going to be a low-scoring affair, I believe. So I'm going to go 22-18. Packers.
All right. Connor says, give me Packers 32, Broncos 29. I can see that. I'm going, however, Broncos. I think the Broncos are going to win this one 29-19. Because, the Broncos haven't been convincing, but I mean, the Packers, they had a couple good games, but like they've also not really been that convincing for me, at least. And I think these are still I think this is going to be a great matchup. I think Broncos are going to win by 10, 29-19. Next, we got the Detroit Lions at the Los Angeles Rams. Matthew Stafford versus Jared Goff. But playing in different uniforms than where they were drafted. Last week, the Lions, put up 44 points to the Dallas Cowboys to keep their season alive. And the Rams, well, they blew out the Cardinals. So what is your prediction for Lions-Rams?
This is another game that has the opportunity to be one of the best games of the weekend, along with the Bills and Patriots. This is the late great game. I mean, the Bills, the 12 o'clock spot, that's probably the best game. This is probably the best game in the evening. I think a lot of points will be scored in LA. And give me the home team. So I'm going to go Rams 36, Lions 32.
36-32. Yeah, I think it's going to be some more home cooking. Connor says, give me Lions 24, Rams 30. I could also see that. But I got the Rams winning this one 21-16. I think it's going to be a little bit lower scoring than what people might expect. I think, Matthew Stafford, look, the Rams are on a roll right now. They are easily the best team in the NFC, might even be the best team in the NFL in some people's eyes. And the Lions, they're just fine to make the playoffs. So you can maybe argue the Lions want this win more. But I think the Rams, so with the Bills-Patriots, even though the Patriots are the one seed and those are just trying to make playoffs, that's different. If the Rams lose, they still might not even win their division because the Seahawks and the Rams have the same record. The only reason the Rams are winning their division is because the Rams beat the Seahawks earlier this season, and the Rams will play the Seahawks in a week or two anyway. So they got to win these games. So I think that's why the Rams are going to beat the Lions 21-16, and Matthew Stafford is going to be leading the Rams to an 11-3 record. Next one, we got the Carolina Panthers at the New Orleans Saints. A week ago, the Panthers were on bye. I feel like the Saints always play a team after they come off of the bye. Because, last week we played the Buccaneers, who were on bye. And then before that, we played the Dolphins, who were on bye the week before. And the week before that, we played, it was somebody else. I'm trying to remember who it was. I remember there was another team. Who did we play before the Dolphins?
Can't remember offhand. Was it the Falcons?
It might have been. All right. Well, anyways, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, the Panthers last week coming off of bye, and the Saints last week, they did enough to beat the Buccaneers. So, what is your prediction for Panthers Saints?
My prediction is the Saints are not tanking, boy. The Saints are not tanking. I think that our young players are getting better. I think Tyler Shuck is getting, he's developing into that franchise quarterback. So I think the upward trajectory continues. And, yeah, the Panthers have 7 wins. I don't know how they have 7 wins. I really don't see a whole lot of talent on that team. So give me the Saints at home in this spot to win their 4th football game. Score 23-20.
23-20. All right, Connor says, give me Panthers 22, Saints 32. I hope y'all two are right, but I'm actually going Panthers. I'm going to play devil's advocate for this one. Because here's why. Okay, it's extremely hard to sweep a divisional team, especially when that divisional team is the Saints playing or trying to sweep somebody. The Panthers, I think the reason we beat them earlier in the season is because the Panthers were overlooking us. And now the Panthers know, because they didn't really have too much film on Tyler Shuck, but now they have some film. And I'm not trying to disrespect my boys. I'm still a Saints fan. Even every time I pick against the Saints, I'm still a Saints fan. I'm still going to be rooting for me to be the wrongest person in the room. However, the Panthers are fighting for something that the Saints are not. Panthers are still trying to win this division, and if the Panthers beat the Saints, guess who's number one in the division? It'll be the Panthers. So I think Bryce Young is actually going to have a good game on Sunday, as much as it hurts to say. Give me the Panthers to win 32-20. But hey, if I'm wrong, I'll be happy. Next, we got the Tennessee Titans at the San Francisco 49ers. Last week, the Titans, their offense looked pretty good. It was against the Browns, but their offense looked pretty good, and they beat the Browns. And last week, the 49ers, they were on bye, I'm pretty sure. So, what is your prediction for Titans 49ers?
I think the Titans come down to earth after beating that Super Bowl champion contender, the Browns. No, they're not. Oh, they no. Anyway, I think the Titans come back down to earth. I think the 49ers are at home, so it's going to be tough for the Titans to do much. So give me the 49ers 23-16.
All right, Connor says, give me Titans 7, 49ers 34. Okay, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I actually got the Titans upsetting the 49ers, believe it or not. I actually got the Titans winning in an upset. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the 49ers, even though, yes, they were on bye, the Titans have been looking pretty better than they did earlier in the season. And it's not just that Browns game. Before you're like, it's just the Browns. They almost beat the Seahawks. Okay? And the Seahawks, I think, are a better team than the Browns. They didn't win, but I think the 49ers, I think they're so injured, and I think they might have overlooked the Titans on the bye week. I think the Titans are going to pull out one where the 49ers did not see coming, and the Titans are going to win 2 games in a row, which is probably another thing that you can add with the Giants, another thing that you can probably only say like one time a year. Give me the Titans to win 22-16. Next, we got the Indianapolis Colts at the Seattle Seahawks, where a week ago, the Colts lost. Not only did they get blown out by the Jaguars in Jacksonville, but they also lost Indiana Jones for the season, and they were so desperate that they signed Phillip Rivers, and now Cam Newton is crying on his podcast saying, I'm better than Phillip Rivers. But yeah, and we'll see if he even plays Sunday. While the Seahawks, last week, they did something that I'm blanking on right now. Oh yeah, that's right. They blew out the Falcons.
That's true.
Yeah. Connor says, give me Colts 9, Seahawks 21. Okay. Okay. So who do you think's winning? Colts or the Seahawks?
Give me the Seahawks. I think they're the much better team, especially since the Colts don't have a quarterback right now. I mean, if they don't elevate Phillip Rivers pretty quickly, I mean, who's their quarterback right now? Who is taking snaps?
Nobody.
I mean, they had Anthony Richardson, he's hurt, and Indiana Jones is hurt, and the other dude, I think he's from Notre Dame.
Yeah, Riley Leonard.
Is he hurt? I think he got hurt, though.
Yeah, he got hurt.
So who's taking snaps right now?
It's either going to be Phillip Rivers or Brett Rypien.
Brett Rypien, that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, no, they've signed Phillip to the practice squad, right? Or did they elevate him yet?
They signed him to the practice squad.
Yeah, so I don't know if he's even going to be active for the game. I guess it's the Rypien show. I remember watching his dad play. Mark Rypien or Rypien. I don't know. I might have them confused. Anyway, I'm going with the Seahawks to win this game at home. The 12th man, boy. Give me 23-12.
23-12. Ironically, you have the Colts scoring 12 points against the 12th man. That's crazy. I actually got the Colts winning 30-24. You know why? Phillip Rivers. He still got it, right?
Wait, hold up. You said the Colts win?
Yeah. Yeah. Man, you know what? Phillip Rivers, he still got it. He still can move. He can throw to people.
He still got it, but when was he signed on? Wednesday? Tuesday?
Yeah.
I mean,
But here's another
6 days, 44-year-old.
But here's another thing. The Colts, they have Jonathan Taylor. I think it's going to be a big game for Jonathan Taylor coming. Like a lot of people.
Jonathan Taylor. They need a competent quarterback, and Phillip Rivers is that competent quarterback. Cam Newton, he's not to be taken seriously because he's got a freaking tree growing out of his head. So no Cam Newton. Thank you very much. Moving on with Phillip Rivers.
Yeah. All right, now for Sunday Night Football, because whatever we did, I guess we're paying for our sins. Because Sunday Night Football, we got Minnesota Vikings at the Dallas Cowboys. Do we have to watch this, bro?
Two teams that got blown out last week, right?
Can this game just be flexed out? Like, can we put, I don't know, the Lions-Rams game in the slot or the Bills-Patriots? Like, can we move this game to the 12 o'clock slate? Ain't nobody trying to watch no J.J. McCarthy versus Dak Prescott on a Sunday night.
Can we move the Army-Navy game from Saturday to Sunday and we'll watch that instead of this? I don't know.
Bro, I would rather watch a freaking high school team than watch these two teams. But yeah, Vikings last week, the Vikings, they shut the Commanders out. And the Cowboys lost by 2 touchdowns to the Lions in a game where they scored 30 points. That's how bad their defense was. They scored 30 points. The Cowboys scored 30 points last week, and yet they still lost by 2 touchdowns. So, how do you think the Vikings-Cowboys game is going to go?
Ooh, wow. It could go anywhere. I mean, I can see either one of these teams winning in a shootout. I can see either one of these teams winning or losing in a low-scoring game. I mean, flip a coin on this one. I mean, give me the Cowboys because they're at home. All right, let's go with that. And see how much they gonna score. Give me 27-25.
27.
Both of these teams can score in the 30s or 40s against the other defense, but I'm gonna go conservative. 20. What I said, 25, 23?
27-25.
27-25. Let's go with that.
All right, I am going Vikings to win this one. I think J.J. McCarthy, he had a good game last week. Connor says, give me Vikings 15, Cowgirls 21. That's another reality I could see happening. I got the Vikings winning this one 24-18. I think, if the Vikings lose, they're also mathematically eliminated, so they might try to just not be that. And I think if the Cowboys lose, they might be eliminated. I don't know. It depends on. I think it depends on what the Eagles do. But anyways, Monday Night Football. We got the Miami Dolphins at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, the Dolphins. There are 5 ways the Dolphins could be eliminated from the playoffs. First way is they lose, the Bills win or tie, or the Texans win or tie. Second option, they lose, Bills win or tie, or the Colts win or tie. Third way that they could be eliminated is a loss, Texans win, Colts win. Fourth way, they tie, Bills win, Jaguars win or tie, Chargers win or tie, Texans win, Colts win or tie. And then the fifth way is they tie, Bills win, Jaguars win or tie, Chargers win or tie, Texans tie, Colts win. So, do you think Dolphins will be eliminated, or do you think that they will have a fighting shot?
Let's eliminate them. I think the Steelers are going to win this game by 3. And I think it's going to be some bad weather. I think it's going to be cold. Might be a little snow. So I'm gonna go with the Steelers winning 20-17. Lock it in.
Well, you said 20-17?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going Steelers as well. And I actually think it's going to be a 2-touchdown game. Give me the Steelers to win 29-15. It's December, and the Dolphins never do well in December, so I think that's going to carry over. The 2 is their quarterback. However, the Steelers, they could be knocked out of the 1-seed contention with a loss or a tie, a Broncos win or a tie, a Patriots win or a tie, or a Chargers win plus a Texans loss or a tie. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how likely it is that they get the 1-seed regardless. But, yeah. We're both going Steelers. So, Dad, you think this week, these are the teams you think are getting wins. You think the Bears, Ravens, Chiefs, Bills, Giants, Eagles, Jaguars, Texans, Packers, Rams, Saints, 49ers, Seahawks, Cowboys, and Steelers are all getting wins.
W.
And The teams I think that are going to win football games: Bears, Bengals, Texans, Jaguars, Chargers, Bills, Giants, Eagles, Broncos, Rams, Panthers, Colts, Titans, Vikings, Steelers. And I think we're going to move like the breaking down the NFL picture to like probably the recap show because that will recap everything. So we're probably, and plus it's easier for me as well. But yeah, so Dad, do you have anything else to say?
I just want to do this because I know you're going to do it. I want to give a shout out to Connor. I think Connor brought some value to the show today. I mean, he said some outstanding picks, sensible picks, and he's not talking about the weather all the time.
Yeah, Connor says later, boys. Yeah, he also said Dolphins 56, Steelers 28. So he thinks the Dolphins going to win in a blowout, and he's
Connor wasn't perfect, all right, but he made some sense on half of his picks, all right.
Yeah, shout out to Connor and Jerry for hopping in. And now Connor says, "How's the weather?" It was actually weirdly hot today. I ain't gonna lie, hot day in December for me at least. I know Monday it's supposed to be like extremely cold, so yeah, that's the thing. But yeah, Dad, how's the weather over there wherever you live?
It was pretty warm today. You know, warmer than it should be in December.
Yeah, Connor says the Pete's. Don't know what the Pete's mean, but okay. So yeah, do you have anything else?
Yeah, let's hurry this up because Connor's about to he's about to go where he normally goes. So nope, I'm good.
All right, Dad, where can they find you?
Mic'd Up YouTube channel on Hurricane Mike Show every week.
Yeah, you can also find me at Hurricane Mike, Kyle Phelps, and Keeping It Real. Who Dat Sports Podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, turn the bell on so you don't miss another upload. And Dad, we're gonna leave them as always with the Who Dat. And don't be a what?
Don't be a Falcons fan, even though they get a little, win that don't mean nothing against the Buccaneers.
Yep.